Hello, my name is Song, and this is my first broadcast for my Theta healing and beyond quantum healing hypnosis session. Before I start, just wanted to give you a little bit of background of my client. So she's had 2 heart attacks already, and she is not more than 55. I don't recall her age right now. She's been struggling with heart issues. And so when we go into the session, I'm going to start where we're going into her heart. We've already gone through an entity release, and I just didn't think that that needs to be in on the session. She was very emotional, and during the session, I could barely hear her when I was listening to the recording. So I decided that I was going to I'll transcribe it and I'll just read the parts. A lot of her answers are really just one-word answers. And I felt early on that she really needed direction instead of her talking. So I guided her through a lot of visualization. So you'll hear me talking most of the time anyway, even if it was a recording that you could listen to. I had my volume at 100% when I was listening to this recording. It was a struggle to hear, but when I was in the session, she was sitting right beside me, so it worked out that I had notes and stuff to go back to. Okay, let's begin. All right, take a deep breath. I want you to scan your body, starting at the top of your head. Just do a scan to see if there are any issues, any pain, any tickling that's happening in your body right now. Tell me where, if any, you are experiencing out of the ordinary feelings. And she says, my throat. And then a long pause. She says, tingles. Is there one specific spot on your body, or is it just an overall sensation? Right here in my chest. I'd like to take you on a journey. Take a deep breath. I want you to imagine a staircase, just 10 steps. We're going to quickly go down these stairs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you see at the bottom of these stairs? Light. There's also a bench, I tell her. Just look off to the distance. You're going to see a bench. I want you to go over there and have a seat. Tell me when you're there. I'm there. While you are there, I want you to say out loud, but in your mind, out loud, because I'm going to say it once and I want you to repeat it while you are sitting on the bench overlooking a beautiful lake. When you speak, it's going to reverberate throughout the land. It's going to be imprinted in every single cell of your body. It is as if you are a goddess speaking to every single thing. You're letting every vibration know this is how it is. I understand what it feels like to be safe. I understand what it feels like to be safe. I understand what it feels like to be protected. I understand what it feels like to trust my intuition. I understand what it feels like to forgive myself. Again, your voice is carried throughout generations, throughout time, throughout all space, and it is instilled into every single cell of your body. I understand what it feels like to forgive. I understand what it feels like to be on this earth. I understand what it feels like to be connected to this earth. I understand what it feels like to be worthy of the Creator's love. Now you're going to stand up from this bench and you're going to stomp your feet as if you are pounding thoughts into your entire soul with each stomp. Stomp. I know how to be happy. Stomp again. I know how to live without being miserable. Notice everything shaking from the vibration of your voice with each stomp of your foot. I know how to live without being angry. Good. Let's start to move more. I'd like you to go for a walk. Find a path. Tell me what you see on this walk. Does anything stand out to you? Is there anything that you want to look deeper into on this path? She says, dancing. So I ask, are you dancing? She says, yeah. Your soul is dancing. Yes. Notice that as you dance, all of the tension in your body is released. It is released from all your muscles, all of your organs, all of your tissues. Your tension is completely released. Would it be okay to bring your higher self through so we can talk to your higher self today? Yes. Higher self, do you have a message before we begin? She whispered, careful, not as brave as she shows. So higher self, how are you helping her to be more brave? Boundaries, not walls. Boundaries. Higher self, are you saying that you are creating boundaries and not walls? Yes. Do these boundaries have definitive lines? Is it something that she can see? No. How is this one going to know that she doesn't have the walls anymore? Those walls have been serving a purpose for her. Life lessons. Are those life lessons complete? Yes. Is that why there's no need for the walls anymore? Yes. Could you go over what the life lesson was that she needed to learn? I want to write it down so she can read it later. Take too much again and again. No more. She knows. If this life lesson is complete, what are we going to replace the feelings that were completed with? So she knows that she gave too much again and again. How will she understand and know that she doesn't need to give anymore and that it's time for her to accept things? She'll need to accept. Is it going to be uncomfortable for her? I don't want to create an uncomfortableness. I'm sure that you don't want to create uncomfortableness as well. Could she maybe just go through the uncomfortableness one or two times more and then realize that it's a great thing and then continue to accept without feeling uncomfortable? Is that acceptable right now? Yes. Good, good. Okay, so higher self, do you have any other messages for her today in this moment? Less work. What do you mean by less work, I ask? In our world, we define work as a place that you go to make money. We need to survive on monetary things here. How will she be able to do less work with maintaining the same level? More fun. less focus on work, she says. Okay, so is there a way that we could put a switch that says, work's done right now? Would that work for her right now? Yes. So we come up with a plan to put a switch. And I say, let's put a switch. What color do you want the switch to be? Let's make this switch as beautiful and intricate as possible. Tell me more about this switch. How big is it? Is it the size of your hand? And where is it located on your body? She says it's round, blue crystal ball at 4 o'clock. How will you be able to find this switch, this round blue crystal ball? Will it become a tangible thing that she can physically look at and touch at 4 o'clock? No. Will it stay within the mind's eye? I ask. Yes. Is there some spot on Nikki's body that she could gently touch to let her know that it's 4 o'clock and it will bring to her mind this round blue crystal ball? Third eye. You would like it to be on your third eye? So wherever you are at 4 o'clock, if you're working, you'll just rub your third eye and imagine this round blue crystal ball. Yes. Okay. That sounds like a great spot. That's a great spot to switch away from work. Do you also need one to go back to work? Do you need to rub that same spot in the morning before you arrive at work? Yes. So we determine that it will be at 8 o'clock in the morning. Does she need it to be an unconscious movement at first for the next week? Yes. Okay. We can set that intention over the next week. She will just touch her third eye just before 8 a.m. and it will be like a switch on for work mode. And at 4 p.m., it will be not work mode. Thank you for that. This is going to be so helpful for her. It will allow her to connect more deeply with herself and create the boundaries that she needs. Speaking of boundaries, I know we were talking about walls earlier, boundaries. How many walls are up and around her now that we've created these boundaries instead of walls, if any? One. Tell me more about this wall. What's it made of? Brick. How tall is it? Small. And because she was barely audible right while I was sitting beside her, I had to ask again, did you say it was small? What color are the bricks? Yes, small, red. How many do you think there are? How many pieces of those bricks? Not too big. The heart. Ah, the heart wall. Are you inside this heart wall? My heart is. Just your heart is there? Yeah. I'd like to talk with your heart. Could you bring it forward, the vibration of your heart, and allow it to speak through your vocal cords, please? Hello. Will you be okay if we take down one of those bricks? Why? Well, having the bricks around your heart, around you, are stopping us from seeing your true potential, and we would really like to see your true potential. We know that you are wonderful, a wonderful heart, and you've been carrying this one for many years now. We would like you to just shine and emanate even stronger. And we thought by just taking down one of the bricks, you would be able to illuminate some of the body. Would that be okay with you? I sense that you have hesitation, and that's okay. let's just acknowledge that you are afraid of taking down one brick, and that's okay. I understand that. Would it be okay if I downloaded the feeling of being safe within you? Yes. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that this heart be downloaded with what it feels like to be safe within the body. Download this now. Let me know when the download is complete and tell me what you feel. My heart is warm. And with this warmth, do you feel the safeness that we have given you? Yes. How do you think you'll feel by releasing one of the bricks now? Okay. Thank you so much. What would you like to do with this brick? If we take it down, where are we going to put it? I want to be able to dissolve it in some way. I know that this brick wall is a part of you, so I don't want to damage it in any way, but I want it to allow all of the light to shine through the pieces and transform the pieces of this brick into a feeling of security, even though it's not there anymore. Can we do that? Smash it. Oh, that's a great idea. What would you like to smash it with? Sledgehammer, she says. Great. Now, is the heart going to use the sledgehammer, or will it be Nikki? Nikki. I just want to check in with the heart. I want to ask the heart if it's okay that we do this. We don't want any harm. I want the heart to understand that this is all going to feel good. She says yes. Good. Nikki, go ahead and smash that brick with a sledgehammer. Tell me what happens to it besides being smashed. What emotions are with it? Bits and pieces are flying. I just want to point out that all those bits and pieces that are flying, they're going to be sent to God's light, to the Creator's light, so that they can be transformed into the most abundant love, should they ever find anybody else to go with. Do you see that happening? Yes. Good, very good. I just want to check in with the heart again. Heart, come back into the vocal cords of Nikki and let me know how you feel. Warm. Very good. I'm glad that you still feel warm. Do you think that it would be okay if we took down a few more of these bricks? I think that you'll stay warm and safe. What do you think? Yes. Nikki, I want you to go ahead and tell me what you are doing as you are doing it. Describe things for me. Tell me the emotions you go through. Tell me the emotions the heart is going through as well. She says, walking up to the wall, grabbing the bricks, move forward with fear. I take the bricks down. I take the bricks off the ground and I start smashing them. Feels good to smash them. Frustration and anger. Frustration and anger is released. Yeah. The frustration and anger are also the particles that were the bricks, that what the bricks were releasing. Yeah. I just want to go back and remember that all of these bricks that are being smashed and the pain that is flying away with them is going to be sent back to the Creator's light. They will be transformed into the most beautiful affection of love and gratitude should they ever find another owner. Keep releasing them. She says, the heart is at ease. confused. And then she says, I'm scared. I want the heart to come forward again, just so I can speak with the heart. I want the heart to know that what is happening is scary at first and confusing because you've had this heart wall up for so long and you are not sure how to go forward without it, sorry. But I want you to think back. You didn't always have this heart wall. Do you remember a time when you didn't have it? Child. How old was this one, I asked. 5. So what happened to her when she was 5 that created this heart wall? Remember that we're in such a state right now that you can look back and view things as if you were watching a movie. You don't need to go through the emotions. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to see it like a movie. A few minutes pass, and she says, he left. He left everyone. And I say, people come and go all the time. Why was this significant? He never cared. Are you sure that he didn't care? Did he tell you that he didn't care? And she replies with, alcohol, it hurts. So looking back, do you think that putting up this wall was going to protect you from all that pain? Yes. I remind her that it did for a time, didn't it? She said yes. Would you like to release all of that now? You no longer need to hold on to that thought. Yeah. Is there anything that we need to understand before we let go of this? She says they all need to go. We just all need to go. I asked her, who is they? She replied, family. I say, where do you want them to go? Away. I ask, how will that help you? No more. No more sadness. I tell her, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but these are life lessons that you chose for yourself. Do you remember that? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So if these are lessons that you chose for yourself, how will making family go away help? The negativity will go away, she says. So it's not that you want your family to go away, it's that you want the negativity that they bring with them to go away. Yeah, that's correct. All right. Okay. I can understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. So how about we do something a little bit different? I know that you might have done this before, but let's try to change your perception on what the negativity is. Would that be okay with you? Yes. When you were 5, you put up the wall around your heart because of the actions of other people. From what you saw, he never cared. There was alcohol and there was hurt and there was pain. But I want you to just step outside of your 5-year-old self, and I want you to put yourself in him. So just try to see through his eyes what he saw. Does this person have a name? Sid. Okay, so let's go and try to understand perspectives, just so that you don't have to feel any more pain. You don't have to hold on to all of this inside of you. Let's go in and look through Sid's eyes and see what he sees. I'm going to give you a minute. Go ahead. You can do this. So I gave her a couple of minutes. And then she says, selfish. I ask if he was selfish, and she says yes. So you can see that now. It really wasn't about you. And she agreed. Is there anything else that you need to see? Are there any other people there? She says that her mom was there. I ask if she needs to see through her mom's eyes as well. And she says no. Okay. I want you to come back to yourself, back to that 5-year-old, back into the heart. Tell me if there is any more confusion. Do we need to clarify anything? Did you come back to the 5-year-old self and into the heart? Yeah. Are you there now with your heart? And is your heart still confused? No. Good. Very good. All the pieces that have been smashed by the sledgehammer have now been released, sent away with love, transmuted, transformed by the Creator's light, by God's light. Is there anything else that we need to look at within the heart, around the heart, with regards to issues? No. Good. Nikki, while you're standing there with your heart, I want you to call in the archangels, call in your team of guides. I want you to bring in a color that resembles healing. What color would you like? Pink. Every single piece of energy, vibration that's all around is going to bring in this pink light. It's going to surround the heart like a giant hug. It's going to pour in this emanating pink healing light, and it's going to radiate because your heart is going to be filled so much with this pink light that it's going to start to pour out and expand throughout the entire body. Since your heart is also in control of the blood, it will flow through every single vein in your body, through all the mitochondria, right down to the mitochondria, right down to the very finite cells, and it will travel all the way down to the tips of your toes and might even pop out of your toes. You'll be a walking ball of pink emanating and pulsing light, because that heart is going to shine so brightly. Let's go back to the arms. It's going to fill your arms with every heartbeat. It's going to send out more healing light because it has healed so much that there is enough to go around your surrounding area, your aura, down through your hands, through your fingertips, out your fingertips. And anytime that you do healing with Reiki in the future, you will know where this healing energy came from. It is from your heart, because it's overflowing with a healing energy. It is going to go up from your heart into the chest cavity, even farther up into your neck, and it's going to pour out the top of your head from your crown. It can connect all the way up to the universe, to the central sun, all the way up, 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 up. By now, you should be able to feel this pulsing energy. This pink, loving energy is connecting out of your feet all the way down to the center of the earth and all the way out to the universe, beyond the universe, to the creator of all that is. And you'll be able to call on this pulsing energy, this pink light, this pink healing energy anytime that you want, simply by thinking it so. How does that feel? Good. I'm going to ask that Nikki come back to the forefront now, and everything will recede back to where they need to be, bringing Nikki forward back to the bench by the lake. Take it all in, memorize it, so that you can come back to this bench whenever you need to. Say adios and start walking away. I want you to start walking back to the staircase that I had you go down a while ago. Come back to that staircase. And when you are at those stairs, we're going to climb those stairs quickly so that you can come back to feel refreshed. At the bottom of the stairs, you're going to go up 1, 2, 3. Take a nice deep breath. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Feeling more awake, more aware. Coming back totally into your body, wiggling your toes. And 10. Feeling beautiful, uplifted, so light and so aware of your surroundings. I checked in with this lady a week later. I knew not to ask her how things were going at work because in the session, she had talked about it being a subliminal switch for a week. So after a week's time, I contacted her and said, "How was your week at work?" She says, "Oh, it was great, no issues." Or actually, she did say she had an issue. She said, "Somebody brought something to me and it should have been a really huge deal." But she took the information and said, "Hmm, okay." And then just dealt with it calmly. She did not get worked up about it. So that was fantastic to hear. And then I asked her what happened at 4 o'clock in the afternoon while she was at work. And she said, "Holy shit." Because now she's remembering that there was a switch. She says, at 4 o'clock this whole week, I would look at the clock and say, "Oh, that's it, I'm done." And then she would leave. And she said that the next morning she would giggle to herself because she would see so many messages coming in just after 4, where she used to stay and take care of those messages because there were just a few. So an extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes was no big deal. And she says, now at 4 o'clock, I shut everything down and I leave. And it feels awesome. So that was so good to hear. Switches work. Oh, take care. Again, my name is Song, and I'm a Theta healer, beyond quantum healing hypnosis therapist. Be well.